All right. Up next, we are trying out some Mardu Aggro. Black-red with Blade of the Ebon Legion and Gutterbones at the bottom end of the curve here. We got some Adanto Vanguard, and then notably, we've got some Hushbringer here. Creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. So this is technically a combo with our Kroxa. We can play Hushbringer on 2, play Kroxa on 3, and keep it around. That being said, there's a lot of Uros in this format. There's a good chance we're going to play some Hushbringers on 2, and our opponent's going to play an Uro on 3 and keep it around and just make us regret a lot of our decisions. One thing that's, I think, neat about this deck is, in addition to Embercleave, we've also got 2 copies of Snapdax here at the top end of our curve as an additional way to give things double strike. So, interested to see if this feels good or if having 6 copies of this kind of effect feels clunky. Let's go ahead and pop on into some matches here with this and see how it goes. Alright. This is the thing, chat. Looks like we're playing against Esper Control here. It's for the 32 months, Alex. It is a fairly long time. That's really funny that that's the loading tip. Is the title wrong? It is. Thank you. This is part of the problem with playing synergy cards like what we're playing here. So, like, they took my Kroxa away, and now I'm left with 2 1-mana 2/1s, or 1/2s. So, like, my individual card quality here is incredibly low. Do I need to kill this? I don't, right? I don't have anything that draws cards in my deck, do I? Hey, D Baker, thank you for the generous tier 2. Let's get you started to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Hey, Zajad. Welcome back. Well, we know they're not playing Yorion, right? Because they have, Keri. What are spells? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. I think we board in the Destroyers as extra resilient threats. I'm going to cut these because, again, just individually low card quality thing. Agonizing Remorse sounds good. Thalia sounds good. Embercleave's like okay, but it's awkward against Teferi and it's bad against lots of spot removal, so I'm going to trim some copies of that. I'm going to leave King Caesar in as opposed to this because this is a threat on its own. Their companion is Kari, the 3/2 that you get to play for free in a creatureless deck. Okay. I mean, they can't kill this card, right? God, what? God damn it! What was this card? Anybody remember what the mystery card is? You take a flippin' screenshot, like it's flippin' 2005. You get to peek again here, which is nice. Second Ashiok, got it. Somebody here the other day said they had a decent run with historic vampires recently. I'm gonna take the Narset, because the Narset can dig them to an answer to the Adanto Vanguard. To be fair to the Arena dev team, a lot of the issues surrounding this application likely stem from the fact that management does not give them appropriate resources to get done what they need to get done. Excited to get Cry of the Canarium next turn. Magic's fun. I like Magic. I agree with the people in chat who are saying we should have activated Vanguard 5 times. You are correct. That would have been the strictly optimal play. For people who are new in chat that don't know how Magic works, Adanto Vanguard becoming indestructible does not save it from Cry of the Canarium. Just for clarity's sake, just in case there's any confusion among newer players. Oh, we could have paid life on our turn to put a counter on the Knight of the Ebon Legion. Sure. All right, with that in mind, I timed those people out because again, take 30 seconds, chat. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn sub mode back on. Most of the people that just did that weren't subs. I'll just off it. I don't care if you were right. I care that you didn't take the time to explain yourself. Because the reason why I didn't make that play is because I missed it. Because I'm human. I might have to rethink doing 2 Magic decks per day. I think 1 Magic deck per day might be closer to what I'm willing to entertain. I think that's probably gonna be the case. One deck for slightly longer? No, most of the time, by the time we've played a deck for 60 to 90 minutes, this format's beaten all optimism out of us that we could continue playing it. And like, we won, I guess, but like, I also don't feel like did I do stuff that was meaningful or interesting? Not really. I don't really know what they're doing. Bonecrusher Giant's probably not stellar. Metrum King Caesar because it's slower than Embercleave. Yeah, it's okay, MD. I don't know. Like, well, I generally like my job. There's, like, when I'm in a position like this where it's, like, demoralizing to, like, actually play the game, and then, like, you get the added mental weight of, it's like, well, if you can't manage to pick it up and slog through it, like, it's just your job is gonna disappear. Like, at least when you work in corporate America, if you have to just, like, phone it in for a little while, you generally speaking aren't gonna lose your job. As long as, like, you're able to actually get your work done. Whereas, like, here, if I show up and play games every day, but, like, it's not particularly entertaining or interesting, like, it's not gonna be my job for very long. I agree. Speak about the positive things. This avatar is fantastic. Big agrees there.
This might be a bad idea.
Black Source here is a great draw. Lets me play Agonizing Remorse and Kroxa. Sick. So we'll take their Shatter, because Kroxa's a giant.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Yeah, I don't know, Captain. I might give it the college best. I'm gonna try and do a month or so and see how we feel. Reassess after that. I think Runeterra has... Anybody that keeps up on Runeterra, I think they have a set release in August, right? When their set releases in August, we might try and go hard then. Yeah, Kroxa Giant. So that's one of the things I checked when I cast my Agonizing Remorse. I was confirmed that this wasn't going to die to the Giant Sweeper before I took their Shatter away. It's hard to know if it's financially viable to do Rune Tarot without a sub pull, which is something I might be sending out soon again, just to get a metric on. Because viewer counts are lower, but viewer counts are also down for Magic, and viewer counts also just don't equate to that much direct money to begin with. The number of deck queue submissions I've been getting for Rune Terra is very good, though. So that's a good metric to have. They're going to get to play a 7/7 next turn. Potentially another Field of the Dead to start making endless blockers. So I actually think we're in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, as far as like there was literally a Magic set that released 3 days ago, and like we have less than 700 people in here, so like Magic as a whole is at an all-time low on Twitch. Peak and Fern thinks the 28 months. No, I think Standard has basically all of the same issues Historic does at the moment. Hey, Bumpfist, thanks for 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Keeping me around. Fill the graveyard up and get this Kroxa into play. Maybe I shouldn't give them the option to block 3 zombies on my Regisaur. Hey, Percy, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Well, like, and actually, someone on Twitter last night, Bob and Chase, someone who's been a sub here off and on, and been in chat for a long time, he had a really good point. One of the good things about Magic used to be the variety of gameplay patterns that it had, but 2019 Magic was so pushed and so toxic that 2019 Magic was so pushed and so toxic that you can't really get away from what's wrong with Standard right now by playing other formats, because like the things that are issued in Standard right now are also issues in Historic and Modern and Pioneer, and even seeing some play in formats like Legacy. Like, it feels like every format of Magic was fundamentally changed. Yeah, they've all kind of like grouped up around the same thing. You can't escape Uro. I'm holding this in my hands, that way I can discard it to Rotting Regisaur to use it to escape Kroxa. think I'm happy with how he boarded. Let's run it back. My understanding is that Brawl is largely big mana ramp decks too. They're just 5-color visit decks. Also, I really didn't enjoy Brawl. Yeah, best of one blows. I just don't like. Like Magic's got too many non-games. Like sitting all day and playing best of one is just like. Yeah, and that's been the feedback from people that play Brawl is that it's all ramp as well. Like I said, like that's when I saw Bob say that on Twitter, I was like, that's just so incredibly true. That like you just can't, and like Winota was a thing in this format that lets you get away from that. That lets you get away from that in a way, because Winota made this format different than standard. And when they banned her, the format fundamentally has all the same issues standard does now. I think I just activate this and attack them. One of these face down hidden cards here that's bugged is an Ashiok, so I don't really want to play this out and then get it exiled by Ashiok. What's the new one? The game randomly doesn't show you all of the cards that are in their hand after you reveal their hand. It randomly hides one of them. Because why? Because why not? Because why not? So if one of these face down cards is an Ashiok that I know about. Yeah, I agree. They're probably just trying to simulate the paper experience of you accidentally forgetting to write down one of the cards in your opponent's hand, and your opponent saying, nah, no takesy backsies, this is Comp Ariel, you already picked a card, I'm not putting my hand back down and letting you see it. Get good, scrub. It's giving you that toxic grinder that has no life experience. Nah, man, you already picked a card with your Thoughtseize. I'm not putting my hand back down, I picked it back up. Your spell's resolved. Pound sand.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
The Winota ban shredded my last little bit of good faith. Maybe Wizards understand what they're doing. That was the end of it. Joke's on you, opponent! I'll play my sword at sorcery speed! Ha-ha! I'm all alone, there's no one here beside me. Do. Oh, Diamond 4 rank floor, your loving embrace as we try to play aggro decks in Magic in 2020. It sustains me. Moss! Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Alright, let's draw a black source, huh? I guess I keep that because it's castable. We'll bottom the Gutterbones. We tried going back to constructed events. That's a thought. Maybe? Maybe I should do that? I don't know. Like, you know, this is one of those, like, it's one of those, like, Magic happens games. It's, like, not a big deal. Like, if you've been playing Magic for a long time, you know that these are coming. It's just, like, extra tough to have, like, we finally find an opponent that's not playing a ramp deck, an opponent that's not playing Wilderness Reclamation, and then we have a non-game for a different reason, just like a normal Magic non-game. And just, like, it hurts, right? Because, like, we finally find a matchup where, like, oh, okay, maybe this could be sweet. They're not, like, gonna do the obnoxious thing that everybody else has been being obnoxious to us doing in the format. And it's like, well, JK, you're gonna miss your third color and your third land drop and not gonna get to play anyways and just die. I think this is a matchup where I want Destroya here because, they're likely a Phoenix deck. And this blocks their Phoenixes. Side note, Riot recently put charity items in their main game with 100% of profits going to COVID relief. That's sweet. Yeah, maybe Y6. There's a lot of it's a tough thing, right? Like something I often talk about, and part of the reason why I run the sub polls is that like correlation and causation are really tough to track in this industry. It's hard to know if like when you make a decision what the actual reason for the outcome is. So we're done here. Yep. Try one more. Sure. Orphan Guard. Ooh, are they actually a... Are they actually a deck that cares about the companion and not just a creatureless control deck? Watch them be like Wilderness Reclamation, playing this as a win con. God, that's totally what's about to happen to me, isn't it? every time I have said, every time in the last week I have said, let's just try one more, maybe it will be better, we have immediately queued into Nexus of Fate. Just like, I think it's like 6 out of 6 times I've said that and then queued into Nexus of Fate this week. It's funny because it's gross. Yep. Who's got 2 thumbs? Oh! Oh, they can't have Brazen Borrower! That's so exciting, chat! They can't have Brazen Borrower! Who's ready to get into the Royal? This guy right here. Oh, yeah! Snare me, daddy! Snare me! Oh, yeah. Yeah, tier 2 and tier 3 have different color stars now, Marty, so you can easily tell at a glance who's a higher tier sub in chat. It's a good change. Ooh, they might not have it. They might not have it. Woo! Don't you feel an incredible sense of accomplishment, chat? We won the game. We should feel happy. Do you feel happy, chat? I feel happy. I am filled with joy because I have won Magic the Gathering. Do 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 beep beep do 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 do. Yeah, I need to figure out if I can fine-tune what the RTX voice filters a little bit. It definitely cuts out some of my highs. A number of the list people have been sharing are playing the new Take a Turn card, yeah. Okie doke. Should red decks be considering Bonecrusher Giant to combat route? There's red decks that don't play Bonecrusher Giant? That's actually a decent pickup. So it lets us have a free-ish card to bend to Rotting Regisaur here when we go 2-3. Our curve's actually pretty okay here. Thalia keeps them off of turn 4 Reclamation, which is nice. Or turn 3 Reclamation, sorry. They will have turn 4 Reclamation. Because magic. You can mill over discontinuity with Tamiyo while looking for Nexus and pick it up later. Yep. The fact that Tormod's Crypt is bound to be super playable. I disagree with that statement. I think there's a good chance that card's just, like, not particularly good. Formats where Tormod's Crypt tends to be playable tend to not be very good formats. What's the Pegasus in Jumpstart? Like a 3-mana Thalia? We've had some of those in the past before. Friends Wing Mirror. Yeah, it's a reprint rate. The 2-1, 2-1 flyer. Card's fine. Got him. Look at that. We got little marks for winning, chat. We got little marks for winning. Yeah, I think a lot of the time Tormod's Crypt's gonna be worse than Soul Guide Lantern. Agree with that? You think we should have ended on a high note? But I haven't had the optimism fully beaten out of me yet. It's not a breeding pool, chat. It's not a breeding pool. Grixis! I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I like it. Yeah, Jumpstart releases on July 16th.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand. I have just the trick for this.
The old down tick my Narset and miss.
My mind needs a rest.
Kind of expecting Reggie to die since they just passed. Okay. Who's got 2 thumbs and is ready to pray to a ritual ascent? This guy. Right here. Oh, yeah. Soot me, daddy. You know just how I like it. Again? They can escape Kroxa here. Is that the best draw in our deck? Okay. Discard spells, and Thalia in again. Destroya in again. Hushbringer sounds not great. Bonecrusher doesn't kill much. Trim around the edges. Is our opponent kind of a traitor that they're like using the Ugin avatar with the Grixis deck? Shouldn't they be using the Bolas avatar? Is the Grixis Luris deck no longer a thing? It's on my list of things that I want to play through eventually. Want to take a crack through all the different kind of aggressive decks that are up on the website and see if any of them still feel reasonable. There's only so much time in the day to play through things. Hey, thanks for the 10 months, J-Rod. Welcome back. No goblins. I'm probably not going to take goblins until Jumpstart happens. I don't think it really makes sense to work on goblins now when they're going to get more cards in like 2 weeks. Hard cap time or sanity in playing aggro decks right now? I don't understand your question. I play all decks for approximately the same amount of time regardless of what archetype they are on stream. 60 to 90 minutes. How'd the Red Black mid-range go this morning? Kinda shitty. So 19 months, Thread Menace. Okay. Let's go shoot Regisaur.
There are none greater than I. You're starting to annoy me.
I think I played the wrong one drop on one this game. I think I should have let on. Knight of the Ebon Legion, most likely. Of course, which one drop I read on would have like made other decisions happen differently. Like they would have thought seized a. They would have thought erasured my Vanguard instead of the Knight then. So the whole game just plays out different. Hey Jeff A, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. Okay. I've been the extra Embercleave here since I don't have an extra red. Thalia's ready to get Legions ended or cried here. Black, red. Why would you want to be black rather than blue?
Past, present, and future. Keep an open mind.
Yeah, Vanguard with mutate's great. Reminding our opponent why they shouldn't play Grixis.
This was overwhelming.
Riska's contempt. Goodbye, friend. Storm Crusher, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Please be dead. Please be dead. Please be dead. They shocked in for 5. So does this say enter the God Eternals? Are you dead yet? Are you dead yet? So, yes. Yes. Oh, Grixis. Chat, we've won 2 in a row. I'm going to go for the triple. We're going to do it. We beat Reclamation. We beat Grixis. So things are looking up in the world. Alright, chat. I believe this is what we call the nut draw in the biz. Watch them play their own Kroxa here. Oh, yeah. Shiggity Shreked, get wrecked. Got him. Got him. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Everyone's playing a little Marduki of their own. Really know what they're doing. They just played Mire Triton and conceded along with Mardu land, so some kind of brew. I've got Rider and Justice Strike. I think I probably want Bonecrusher to cut through their Mire Tritons because they have Death Touch. Do this. I would like the record to reflect that this Triome was the 24th land I added to the deck. Adanto Vanguard is not standard legal. Might end up poking it on standard this season. If Historic's going to be more of the same, might as well try and play against these things in a slightly lower powered format. I mean, like, that effect is much worse than Adanto Vanguard Wargame. Chupacabra. In the least nice way possible, I hope Wizards of the Coast pulls WPN status from every shop that's running in-person pre-releases in the United States. Hope Wizards removes their ability to run future Paper Magic tournaments. Let's not make racially charged references in my chat. Thanks. They have like a disfigure or a stomp of their own, or they're gonna sweep the board or something. Maybe a Cry of the Canarium. Double deadweight. A little bit column A, a little bit column B. Puts card 5 in the bin. I'll get to Justice Strike something next turn, and then escape Kroxa. Puts playing a Mardu Reanimator Brew, looks like. You'll note, definitely not Chris, that I explicitly said in the United States. Because basically nowhere in the United States has managed the coronavirus pandemic appropriately to a point where normal LGS conditions are going to be okay. Yeah, they have rights for Chupacabra, but... Stay safe down there, Vernash. Texas. Heard some crazy things out of Texas. One of the things that's felt a little bit awkward about this Mardu list that we're playing so far is that we don't really have any enablers for our Kroxas. So we've kind of struggled to have enough graveyard fuel to consistently escape them more than once. Great. Yep. Alright. What 3-drop are they getting? Luris. That makes sense. This doesn't work how we want it to work, chat. It's fine. Get to bottom Kroxa here. That 24th land coming in clutch again. Triome notably has basic land types, so it brings these into play untapped, which is stellar. Yeah, the Hushbringers being an individually low power level cards felt a little awkward. It does at least turn off Ravenous Chupacabras, like we got that going for us. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Kroxa me, daddy! Kroxa me so hard! I'm done. Alright. Yeah, this felt like a worse version of the red-black deck we started with today. Just kinda... yeah, it's kinda eh. I felt like the good things this deck was doing were comparable to the good things the red-black deck was doing. I think King Caesar as like copies of Embercleave 5 and 6 felt a little bit clunky and awkward. We didn't really draw this too much, but Embercleave in and of itself is a card where even 4 copies of it could sometimes feel like too many when they really get gummed up. Yeah, it's like the red-black deck added white for some hate bears, and the hate bears weren't particularly good. Alright, we're going to slide along and wrap up a little bit of Legends of Runeterra again today, because I've been enjoying that one. Get my stream title updated.